Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with
Here now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. City comes to life and they got something to say. Come on, let's go. I feel devotion.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the French Riviera.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. As you could hear the live broadcast, this is the Players View. Everybody, I'm super excited. We got a special guest today, but before I get to Andrew, we are covering live AS Monaco versus Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade. Both teams coming in with opposite matching wins and losses. Monaco at 17-10, Red Star at 10-17. So the chances for Red Star to make the playoffs are slim, but let's hear from Coach Sferopoulos.
I want to say that Mike James is a legendary player of EuroLeague, and he deserves all the credit. I wish him good luck. From the other side, we focus to our game, to our plan, and this is the most important for us.
Having played for Coach Sferopoulos, that makes total sense. He's always locked in, no matter what's going on around the game, who's doing what kind of records are being broken. That man is 100% locked in. But let's hear from the man himself, Mike James.
Focus more on that than the game, but like you said, I'm trying to focus on winning. I mean, when it's supposed to happen, or if it happens, it'll happen. It's nothing I can, it's not anything I can force to happen. So. Just going to the game like normal and try to play like normal, and hopefully we win.
Getting the win is most important. So I'm gonna introduce this co-host for today, Andrew Andrews. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. Super excited to have you. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here and excited for the game. It's gonna be a good one tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one for sure. The game being a home game for Monaco, super special for him. I was actually kind of happy he didn't break the record last week, just so he could do it in front of his home crowd. He's got his family in attendance, mom, dad, a couple friends, I believe, are sitting courtside. So it's going to be a special event. I'm thinking it's nearly a lock. He's only got to score 12 points to get the all-time EuroLeague scoring record. For Mike, he can do that in the quarter, but maybe a half. Maybe early third quarter. We'll see. But okay, so you're very good friends with Mike. If you don't mind sharing to the viewers how you guys know each other.
Man, Mike's a couple years older than me. We're both from Portland. So we just grew up playing basketball and knowing each other through basketball. And then eventually, just through our overseas journey, we ended up becoming even closer than we were. I think because he's 3 years older than me. By the time I was a freshman, he was on his way out of high school. But just with being from Northeast Portland and being such a small community and basketball community, we've been knowing each other for years. So yeah, like you talked about him breaking the record. He was actually in Barcelona. I was at that game. I was hoping he broke it in that game so I could be there. I tried to get to this game, but you know how that goes when you're overseas. So unfortunately, I couldn't be there. So I'm glad you guys invited me on here to be a part of it in some way.
All right. Well, yeah, your wants and desires were answered. That's for sure. But I wanted to say hi and thank you to everybody that's watching on X and YouTube. We're coming live right now from YouTube. The first time we're doing this, streaming this before the game. So Really cool situation that we got going on the Players View, but we have a 7-day free trial that's available for the EuroLeague TV. So if you want to continue watching our show today, just sign up, 7-day free trial. You can watch the rest of this broadcast and maybe even next week, so we don't even know. So back to the game. For the news of who's out, we do have quite a few injuries today, unfortunately. It's March, it's late in the season, guys are breaking down. For Monaco, Terry Tarpe is out and Jordan Lloyd. For Red Star, we got Nikola Topic, Milos Teodosic, Trey Tompkins, Dejan Davidovac, and Dalibar Ilic. So it's a lot of guys for Red Star that are out, mainly Teo. Teodosic is a superstar for them. For anybody that's watching the game in person, they want to see his magic out on the court. We want to see a magic on his broadcast, so that is unfortunate. However, I do want to highlight the matchup of Mike James and Adam Hanga. They played together for a few years in Baskonia. They're friends. Adam is a very good defender, obviously reigning EuroLeague Defender of the Year a couple years back. He's a bigger body. He's going to try to give Mike fits. I'm sure he doesn't want Mike to get the scoring record on him. So I think that's going to be something for the fans to watch. And just out of curiosity, have you played against some of these guys from Red Star?
Yeah, I got the opportunity to play against Red Star last year. And with a side note with that, Adam Hanga is actually Mike's. Mike will tell you he's his best defender. So I'm excited for this game. I know it's going to be back and forth for sure. And I hope he gets it done.
Absolutely. So I had the privilege myself to play with Mike and Adam in Baskonia towards the end of the season. I finished my regular season in Turkey, and then I got to go finish out the Spanish season with them in Baskonia. So I was a part of that team that went to the Final Four of the EuroLeague. I didn't play at the Final Four. I came after. But that squad was loaded. Imagine just Mike James, Adam Hanga, Darius Adams, and Giannis Marousis. I mean, they were stacked. So Adam has seen all of Mike's moves, although Mike keeps adding to his bag. So I will say he probably has a few new tricks for Adam. But Adam, can slide laterally. He's a tall defender. He's athletic. Having known, most of Mike's moves, that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. But this is a really exciting game. Monaco, talks of who the best American to play in the EuroLeague ever. I always say it's Kyle Hines. Mike James is really getting up there, with him breaking the all-time scoring record is impressive. He hasn't played in the EuroLeague his whole career. He flirted with the NBA for a while. So imagine how many games he has missed had he not done that. But, man, it's impressive. So let's talk about your season, where you're at. You're playing for Juventud Badalona this year in the Euro Cup. You guys just had a huge win. If you want to take the fans through that.
Yeah, we just got back from Ulm, Germany. Got the chance to play Ulm in the 8th round of the playoffs. Ended up getting, like you said, a big road win. Faced Paris next in the next round, who's obviously the top of the EuroLeague as far as regular season goes. So as a team, we're excited. We got a lot of good guys on our team. We know Paris is loaded as well, and they're expecting to make a run. So all we can try and go in there and do is stop them and come up with the win and keep advancing. So hopefully we can get Juventud to the EuroLeague.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what everybody's fighting for. So mind me asking, your matchup with Paris is one game or is it like a 3-game series?
It's one game. The first 2 rounds are one game, and then the semis and the finals are the best of 3. Euro Cup is switching up the format a little bit. I kind of like how they're messing with the balance of it to kind of see what they like. And I'm kind of liking the 2 single games, and then you get the best of 3. That way you kind of have more of a chance to see who the actual dominant team is. Yeah,
absolutely. Definitely different for sure. I did see, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Gran Canaria lost at home.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Besiktas, my former coach.
Besiktas knocked them out. Yeah, your former coach. You played for him, and I believe with Needham, who's on Besiktas. That's where we played against each other while we were both playing in Turkey. Wow, that's a huge defeat because Gran Canaria, especially at home, is always one of the top teams. So that's a lot going on. Yeah, so Euro Cup is doing some things with the scheduling. I really like it. You got to be locked in for every game because crazy things happen. You went on the road, Besiktas beats Gran Canaria on the road, things like that. And then you never know. You got Paris. Are you playing in Paris for your game?
Yep. Playing in Paris at the new arena. And it's crazy. I actually sent out a tweet last night just watching the playoff games and kind of just talking about the differences in the groups. As you see, a lot of teams from Group A ended up winning, and a lot of teams from Group B is kind of didn't perform the best.
Right.
And I think that's a big
That's a
part
nice
of
way to put it.
the playoffs and the standings. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But Gran Canaria was one of the top teams, obviously, in Group B. And obviously they play in ACB, so they gave Besiktas a run for their money. But I think Group A had a little bit of an advantage with the matchups that they faced all season in Euro Cup.
Wow. Okay. So, hey, that just goes to show, as long as you're improving and playing better basketball at the right time in March, then hey, the sky is the limit. So we're gonna bring it back around to this game, Monaco. They have been hot, man. They're super talented. Obviously, the head of the snake is Mike. We don't need to discuss that. Everybody knows it. But they're loaded at every position. When one of your main guys is Elia Kobo, Jordan Lloyd, who is out tonight, unfortunately, but he brings a different dimension to them. And then their bigs. Monty Eunice been doing it for so long. Jaite is just a monster down low. This is a fully stacked roster. Coming back from the Final Four, they know what needs to get done in order to get back there and hopefully win a game for their sake. So I'm curious to see how this can go, how they're going to be trending upwards versus Cervena Zvezda Red Star. Now, I know Coach Giannis Varopoulos is looking for a superstar for next year. Could that be Mike James? You never know. Mike has said publicly, I don't know if this is true, I haven't asked him about it, but that he thinks his next contract will be his last one. So where he goes next, if he stays in Monaco, if he were to change teams, something that a lot of people are going to be very interested in. I know Coach Varopoulos, you heard him pregame saying, Mike James is great, I wish him the best. Of course, he would love a player like that in addition. So.
Yeah, for sure. He's getting around that point.
Any early predictions for you?
About where he goes?
No. I'm just talking for this game. Sorry.
For this game, I'm going with Monaco. I think they've been on a hot streak, like you said. Quiet as kept. They're battling for second place. If you look at the back end of their schedule, it's kind of favorable for them. So not only with Mike breaking the record is a lot of publicity, but I know the team is locked in on trying to secure that second spot in the playoffs. So I think the team comes out ready to compete and come up with the win.
Yeah, you make a great point. As you mentioned that Monaco 17-10, they're tied with Pana for third. Both and also Bologna 3, 4, and 5 are all 17-10, but they're only one game back of Barcelona for that second spot. And to me, I think you gotta just avoid fourth place. You don't want to match up with Real Madrid in the first semifinal game. I think that's key. Madrid has been balling all season. Very few slip-ups, whether that's in EuroLeague or the domestic league. They're just so stacked. They're so tall and athletic that I think you do anything you can to avoid them in that first semifinal match. And then if they were to get upset, then okay, you have a better path to winning that championship. So I think it's key that they get second or third. And like you mentioned, they're locked in here and they're definitely on top of it. So we got the starting lineups. You just saw Red Star. Here we go, Monaco. Strazel getting the start with Jordan Lloyd out. Mike James, Blossom Game, John Brown, the great defender, pesky guy, and Moti Yunus. So John Brown, undersized 4. Let's talk about him for a moment. Undersized 4, great mid-range, unbelievable mid-range, unbelievable defender, just attacks the ball. He's okay to switch. He does it all. So let's get your thoughts on him before we sign off. And what are your thoughts on John Brown?
Glue guy of the team. John is going to do everything the team needs. He's talking on defense. He's grabbing offensive rebounds. He's going to try and shut down the best perimeter or the best post player. Given the opportunity, he switches. He's active. Everybody needs a John Brown on their team for sure.
I know that. That's a fact. So I want to say goodbye to everybody on YouTube and X that's been watching this pregame stream. Just a reminder, free 7-day trial at EuroLeague TV. So if you want to hear what stories Andrew has for the rest of the show and maybe next week's show, hop on over there, sign in, free 7-day trial. We'd love to have you. The Players View, it's a great show. We're going to start to ramp it up towards the end of the season here and then run into the playoffs. So we thank you.